In today's video, we're going to break down a real client win of one of our clients making $119,000 in a single month, averaging 2,000 to 3,000 views every single video, and how you can directly apply the same YouTube system right into your business. For some context on who I am, my name is Tommy Ladsnizer. I run YouTube channels for some of the biggest names in the info product space, and the entire reason I'm making this video today is to break the myth that you need to go viral on YouTube to make hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month for your business. And if you're a coach consultant with a high ticket offer trying to scale on YouTube, make sure you watch till the end because this is going to reveal the entire blueprint of how Michael did this and how you can pretty much just duplicate this into your business. And if at any point in the video you want to figure out how we can actually directly help you with your channel, I'll leave a link down in the description. You can book a free call directly with me where I'll break down exactly what it would look like for you to get one-on-one help with your YouTube channel. And before we actually get into this video, I just want to show you guys the data right now. As you can see, Michael's best video was literally only at 6,800 views. This was a Stripe screenshot from this crazy month. He had $119,000 revenue generated, and this was just one quick text thread between us about him getting 4 book calls in the last 6 days. 3 of them literally showed up. Craziest part, they weren't even asking questions anymore. They literally just handed them a credit card. This was, I think, in the first 3 days of us getting the first video live. And I want to break down in this video how you can create a winning video in 2026 using this 4-step framework of a hook, CTA, body, and outro. And obviously speaking, I want you guys to understand that going viral is always good, right? But you need the system behind going viral if you actually want to scale your business through YouTube. I have gone viral for clients. This is a screenshot right here of one of our clients hitting a 1.2 million view video and some of their other best performers back in the summer of 2025 when we were working together. So I want you guys to understand that I want you to see that you can go viral with this system, and that's great. But I also want you to understand the potential that you do not need to get 1.2 million views on a video to make 6 figures in a month off YouTube for your business. But what you do need is a good high ticket offer that genuinely helps people and adds value to their lives. If you have those things and if you have the proof of concept that people have bought your offer and actually will pay you to work with you, that is all you need to implement this YouTube system. So let's go ahead and break down exactly the full skeleton structure of what a successful YouTube video script does and how it works, why it's applicable. So I want you guys to understand that one of the most important aspects to a YouTube video is you need to have a pattern interrupt, some pain and desire, and an open loop that needs to get solved, right? So you need to be solving something right away that is in your direct ICP's pain and desire state. So for example, if I am making a video and I sell an agency scaling coaching program and people are struggling to get clients in my ICP, I'm going to make a video centered around the pain of not getting clients. That is going to do far better than if I just make a simple cold outreach tutorial video. Whenever you center videos around the pain and desire of your ICP, they're always going to perform. So in terms of scripting out your videos, I'm going to give you what I personally think is the best script structure after testing this across, honestly, at this point, close to 1,000 videos at this point. Now, in terms of the intro, I always say you want to keep these very simple. Under 90 seconds is ideal. Simple 4-step framework. In today's video, I'll be breaking down the topic. I've helped this ICP achieve this specific outcome through my years of experience, and then you can add some social proof in there. I've worked with, this many clients across this niche and helped this many people. And that's why I'm making this video today, to help you achieve the ICP desired outcome. And then you can just have a little small transition word. This actually is more important than most people realize, simply because you want a distinction between when the intro is over and when you get to the body of the video. People feel like they are done with the intro really fast. They get this sense of, oh wow, this creator gets right to the point. I like this. I'm going to stick around for this video. And then you want to do a quick CTA in the first 2 minutes. This is what I like to call a context CTA. So you're going to be telling your audience, hey, if at any point in this video you find what I'm talking about valuable, click the link below to work with me directly. And then you can also do something that I've been testing lately called an anti-AI CTA, which is just one sentence of you clarifying that no AI was made in this video. You saw that I did this at the beginning of this video. This is really good just to show human authenticity, which is something that everyone wants in this day and age. Nobody wants AI scripts. Nobody wants to watch AI videos. We want to watch human, genuine made content. So that is super important, and that will also help you kind of build a more loyal fan base with your audience. So now once we get to the body of the video, we're going to get into this in a second, what that actually looks like in terms of a script. So I'll give you guys the full structure that you can apply to your next video. But Halfway through the body, we're gonna have our CTA too. This is gonna say, now that you've seen some of the value that I've actually given in the video so far, if you want more help or we can help you directly, click the link below to whatever your funnel type is. Book a call, register for our challenge, register for our free class, whatever your funnel might be. And then the outro, I'm a big fan of keeping outros very simple. I think many people overcomplicate an outro. Now that you've seen how to achieve your ICP's dream outcome, you can now implement everything in this video for yourself. And again, if you want personalized help, click the link below to, you just repeat the CTA right here. So this is the overbroad view of your video and what it's going to look like more from a bird's eye perspective in terms of the flow chart of the way your videos work. So let's get right into the body. So I am a big fan of having a structure in every single video that you post. You want to have a plan going into the video, and whether you feel comfortable just knowing this in your head or scripting it out, completely fine either way, but I do recommend having some kind of script framework to follow so that you don't get sidetracked. Now, with that said, this is probably the most effective script framework, especially if you're not used to filming off of scripts. This is going to be really easy to follow because nothing's going to be word for word. You're just going to have talking points that you're going to hit. And we're going to follow a 6-step story framework structure where we're going to start with establishing the problem or a concept. A good analogy that I tell all my clients that I do their content for and run their channels for is you are making a movie every single time that you post a video. So if you've ever watched a movie does not begin with the final outcome that the characters achieve at the end of the movie where everybody's just happy and everything is resolved and it's just, that little 10 minutes at the end of the movie where you're just seeing them like living the dream life. You're not doing that at the beginning of the movie. That nobody would watch that movie. Everybody would walk out of the theater. There has to be a problem to get people to stay. Section 2, explain why it matters. This is building up the plot of the video. Section 3, we're going to go deeper into the mechanics or consequences. This is where you want to add stakes to the video. If this problem doesn't get solved, what actually happens? What are the stakes of not watching this video? Then you can usually put a CTA in here. This will fall usually around the 6 to 8 minute mark, somewhere in there if you're filming at a reasonable pace. And then in section 4, right after the CTA, we're going to start pivoting to the solutions toward the end of the video. Typically as well, when someone has watched here on a retention curve, they're going to watch till the end of the video, so you can start getting into the really good core value of the video. Then section 5, you're just going to expand solutions or show the consequence of inaction. So if we've given them some value that they can use, you need to reinforce it by showing them what happens if they don't use it, right? What negative impact happens if they don't use that value. And then section 6 is going to be a just entire, complete, bring it together, how you can actually implement that. Example of something that I've kind of done. This is typically the way that I write my frameworks out for other clients that we do scripts for. This is typically speaking going to be the most effective, just having a couple sub questions here and then just some sub questions, right? So one of our content clients, I talk about how I post randomly without a clear niche. Under the what mistakes did I make that kept me stuck at zero growth with content, right? You have a few talking points under 2 big bold questions for each one of these sections that I talked about here. Now, then we're just going to go back after that and do the simple outro framework that I kind of just ran you guys through. So that is going to be how you're going to put together the packaging of this video itself and actually be able to make a structured video that people will stay and watch. And 9 times out of 10, the problem is not so much what you're saying, it's the framework that you're saying it in. Because you need to think about this as a movie. Every single time you go to post a video, your audience is Rotten Tomatoes rating that movie and determining how good it actually is. And if you can create things that make people stick around to the end, your channel is just going to perform better and better and better using that proven framework. So now one thing that I kind of want to get into a little bit here is I want to show you guys the best way to implement YouTube on the back end of your business, because realistically speaking, it's great to get views. Everybody loves to get views, but nobody understands the importance of how to actually convert those views into dollars. And if you want to do that and maximize the revenue generation with your channel, this is exactly what we did with this channel. It's so important to have the proper backend system set up. So this is what I call an objection handle loop. So I want you guys to right now think about the biggest objection you get when it comes to people working with you. You probably just thought of one in your head, right? Now, it's annoying to get objections on calls for your offer. it's annoying to hear from your sales guys over and over and over again that the leads are giving you the same exact objection on every call, and your closers, no matter what, can't seem to handle it. This is designed to fix that. And the more that you do this, the more cycles around this loop that you complete, the higher your close rate is going to go. So it just becomes a game of how fast can you implement all of these. So you get an objection on a sales call. For the sake of simplicity, let's just go with I'm going to think about it. You're getting a lot of leads saying, oh, hey, I really need to think about the decision. It's a lot of money. You give a high ticket offer, a lot of money. I need to think about it. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go use this framework to create a video around why thinking about it in your niche is the worst problem. If you're a fitness coach selling a 5K fitness coaching program, why waiting to start is what kills 99% of results in the gym, right? Making a video around where you could be if you just invested in fitness coaching today, right? Or a client case study saying this person moved forward today. Here's what happened. Here's how much farther ahead they are, right? You're going to make a video centered around the biggest objection you get. Then we're going to take this video and we're going to send it multiple times in our pre-call email sequence. If you're not running a call funnel, if you're running any sort of direct to checkout offer, what you're going to do, like some people, if you're running like a 997 funnel, like direct to checkout, you're just going to have this linked on the email. If they don't buy, it'll just keep sending them back to these emails and then they can watch these videos. But most people watching this, I'm guessing you're probably running a call funnel or some sort of call funnel. So what you're going to do is once the lead actually books a call, you're sending them 3 emails every single day. And in that sequence, we're actually going to be sending them this video twice. So they're going to have 2 emails that are going to send them this video. The first one is going to be telling them about the video, linking it. And the second one is going to be what I like to call a reinforcement email, where we are basically going to say, hey, I sent you an email a day ago about this topic. I want to make sure you watch this before our sales call. And honestly, if you haven't yet, or even if you have, go watch it a second time. This is the most valuable video I've ever posted. And you just hammer it into them to go back and watch that video and you link it there. Then if you have setters, or if you're taking your own calls, you're going to dial and confirm that they watched that specific video. You need to call them, text them, everything to make sure that they've consumed that piece of content. Because the idea is they're getting on that sales call with your biggest objection already handled, right? And you just spent 15 minutes in that YouTube video handling that objection. They're getting on that call without that objection. Then from there, they're going to get on the call. You're going to get the data on if they still give the objection, or your closers are going to send you data back. And then what's going to happen is you're going to find you have a new biggest objection that you now need to go repeat into this. Now, in terms of this email sequence, the second you get this first video up, you're obviously not going to have, 3 emails a day worth of content to send. Maybe you don't even have a channel yet. Right? That's okay. You just need to keep adding to this, right? But you want to send a dense sequence in 48 to 72 hours before the call. Each email is going to teach 1 to 3 micro topics and pre-handle an objection and link that according YouTube video. Now, you guys, everybody on that's watching this video, if you made it this far, I do really want to give you guys some value. So I made you guys an entire Claude prompt that you can use to actually build out this email sequence, right? So this Claude prompt will write all of the copy here. I've been getting it all in frame. So what you guys can do, if you're on Windows, press Control and then the Windows key and then S, and you're going to get a screenshot box. You can screenshot this prompt to upload into Claude or whatever your preferred AI writing is. If you're on Mac, I believe it's Command-Shift-4 for that. You guys take a screenshot of this and it will write out all of these emails for you here. And I'll go back to this one more time just so you can pause right here and take that screenshot. And then from there, it's going to write out all that copy, and you can go back on your CRM or have your copywriter, whoever is running the back-end systems of your offer, depending on where you're currently at, actually implement this, and you can just continue to rinse and repeat this cycle until realistically the end goal with this, and what I've seen with a lot of the clients that we do done-for-you content for, is that eventually the more videos that they make of this, you just don't really get objections anymore. People get on the call and it's like a matter of, okay, I'm ready, but I need this payment plan, or I can pay in full, or that's the end goal with all of this. And that is the entire A to Z system for why you guys don't need to go viral to make over 100K a month with YouTube in 2026. Showed you guys exactly how Michael did this, and I know for a fact you guys can all do it too. Once again, if you want somebody to script, edit, handle the thumbnails, post the videos, and run the entire system for you, I can do all of that directly for your business to help you get results just like this. If you want to learn how that works, click the link below down in the description, watch our free training video, and book a direct call with me. You're not going to be talking to some sales rep or VA. I promise you, I will be the one on the call with you, and I will see you guys in the next video.